to the zoom.us website. I'm sitting on their main site. You can see there's this big orange sign up, it's free. You can click on that button and then just provide your information. It doesn't take very long. You can then sign up for a free Zoom account. Now, I wanted to come over here and click on the plans and pricings tab on their main website, because I just wanted to briefly talk a little bit about the different accounts. So here's that free account that you can sign up for. And with a free account, you can host a Zoom meeting with up to 100 participants. You have the chat, you have a number of the other basic features with Zoom. The difference though is with a free meeting, free account rather, if you invite only one other person to your Zoom meeting, then you have up to a 30-hour time limit. So your Zoom meeting can go for 30 hours. However, once there are 3 or more of you on a Zoom call, that means you, the host, plus 2 or more participants, then with a free Zoom account, this 40-minute limitation kicks in. And so that's one of the limitations of a free Zoom account. Now, if you think that you're going to be hosting Zoom meetings that have, 3 or more people, it has to go for more than an hour, you will probably want to consider purchasing one of these paid accounts. If not, start with the free account, get used to working with it. And then if you find that you do need to have longer Zoom meetings, longer than 40 minutes with multiple participants, you can always upgrade to one of these paid accounts. And so I just wanted to show you, this is where you can sign up for an account. So I'm going to click the sign in button so that I can sign in with my account. I'm going to click sign in. And I want to show you how you can start scheduling a Zoom meeting. I'm just going to move a few things up here. Sorry about that. Just want to give us some more space. So when I sign in, you'll notice on the left-hand side, and again, I'm working on my web browser. I do have some screens that will show you what it looks like to schedule a Zoom meeting if you're working on a smartphone or a tablet. But for now, we're working on the web browser. And on the left-hand side, you'll see it's profile meetings. When I clicked on meetings, this is where it shows me what are my upcoming meetings. Did I have any previous meetings? And I'm going to talk a little bit about a personal room later on in the class. To start scheduling a meeting, if you're using the web browser, once you're on the meetings tab right over here, you can click on schedule a meeting button, or if you prefer, you can click on the schedule meeting link right here. Either one gets you to the same place. So if I click on schedule a meeting, this is how you're going to start scheduling your Zoom meetings. So on this next screen, there are a number of different options that we can set. I'm not going to go over every single option, but what I will do is with the after class notes that I'll be sending everyone who registered for class, I'm going to attach a file that has a description of what every single field is used for on this screen. So you'll be able to read that at your leisure. Let's talk about some of the most important options we need to work with. So when you first clicked on schedule a meeting, the topic field, this is going to be the title for your meeting. It could be your, Thursday, I'll just say book club. It could be anything. If you're a counselor or you have a coaching business, maybe this is a weekly external client meeting, whatever you need to do. So this is the title. If you click on add description, this is optional. You could put in a detailed description of what the meeting is going to be about. If you wanted to put in an agenda there, anything you wish. It's optional. You don't need to fill it in. But what you do need to specify is this when. So this is where you set the date and the start time for your meeting. Now you'll notice in the date field, there is this calendar icon. If I click on the calendar icon, it brings up this calendar. And I can use these different buttons. If I click on the first button, it looks like a greater than sign. It moves me forward through the months. And this less than sign to the left moves me backwards. These outer arrows will actually hop you from year to year. So you can see I've hopped to December 2022. If I click on the other greater than symbol, it hops me back to December of 2021. And then you can simply select a date. And I'm just going to keep it to today, but you could select a date on the calendar and it would set that date. It would show up here. I'm leaving it as today because it makes it easier for me to see later on, find later on. Once you've set the date for your meeting, then you're going to set the time. And because I'm working with a web browser, there are these little down arrow buttons. When I click on them, it drops down a listing of time. And for example, I could select, 4 o'clock today. This drop down shows you AM or PM. And this is where you're going to set the date and the start time for your Zoom meeting. Now, the duration. Again, if you're working off of a free account and you're going to be inviting multiple users, you're only going to have up to 40 minutes. Even if you select this is an hour and 45 minutes, like I'm doing here, after 40 minutes, your Zoom meeting is going to end. Now, I'm working off of a paid Zoom account today, so I actually could put in a duration of 1 hour and 45 minutes. But I need to tell you that this duration, it's a suggestion. So for example, my meeting, it could only go maybe for an hour. Maybe it goes for 2 hours. This is more of a suggestion to let your participants know this is about, the time that we're going to be spending in the meeting. This is how long we think it's going to go. Your time zone. This is another one of those drop downs. I'm in Pacific time zone. You want to make sure that you set the time zone for you